Hello and welcome to the fourth episode NBL 26 series here on the BJ Show. I'm your host, BJ. Let's get on with the show. So, if you like so far what I'm sharing here on the BJ Show podcast, that like button, subscribe, and for any latest episodes like this or any other content I'm doing, hit that notification bell. So there's been breaking records here on the BJ Show, not just on this show, but the NBL, National Basketball League. So how can I start off with 25 years of winning streak? Only 3 games in so far, and we are in round 4. So a couple of teams I will be sharing will be played 2 games after the 4th round of the NBL season so far, and it's come really quick. Stay tuned for the Women National Basketball League previews and who I'm thinking should finish in that top 4. I know that's so early. I didn't do that in the NBL. I will do some sort very soon. Stay tuned. I apologize. I did do that in the men's. I will be doing something very similar to the women's. If I haven't did it, well, I'm going to refresh my mind of all that. So the first game here, so it was a little bit different this round, a little bit like it was to do with Disney. It's one of a couple of sponsors, and wow, this opens up so much to the competition. The first game I would like to share, we go back to Wednesday night basketball, the 8th of October, and we are in New Zealand. Now, I'm going to be breaking down at the end of, each game, I'll just choose the best player, like I do in the AFL or the AFL game. So, for the Wednesday night doubleheader, it's fantastic. This was to do with Disney and their sponsor. So, you can watch any game from the NBL app and the WNBL app. So this was sponsored by Disney. You can watch ESPN, and it's called Icon Cup. So it's a competition in Australian basketball, but it's New Zealand Breakers take on the NBL 25 champions, and they need to find something in the Hawks. They are really in stripes, and it's the first time since the NBL 03 that Adelaide's done this. From the championship, the Hawks has done this. So I thought the Hawks will come in and take the win. No, they got a big unit. They got a big fella to play basketball. And I think I have seen him in the NBA. I could not be wrong. I could be wrong in another way of wording that. This team, the New Zealand Breakers, defeated the Illawarra Hawks 117-88. New Zealand Breakers are back in their best basketball to come, hitting 30 points to 24, 30 points to 25. Basically, Hawks won 1 point to make that 49 points overall, which is the very highest scoring in NBL against 60. So pretty high scoring, pretty even, but it was New Zealand. Their shooting ability, I watched these highlights, which I do have got KO, so all Disney Plus, whoever's got Disney, make sure and ESPN as well, and all of the access you can watch. But it was all New Zealand. They came out absolutely on top, and it was the 3-pointer, really double that. The shooting percentage inside was very nicely to the Hawks. They're very good, but the rebounding, the assists, the steals, let's just say the blocks really was nice to the Hawks, but the generally of shooting and rebounding, even it's not overly great, New Zealand shot better overall on the long range. So I give Hawks with the better shooting in the free throws, but I think New Zealand just had a better taste, and really give them more credit now because they look very, very hungry. They have not won a championship for a long time, and it's their turn. So we come to the part of the game. This man, oh my goodness, he can't go wrong with a almost triple-double. Here's the man, Peter Jackson weight from New Zealand Breakers. This man has broken record 34 minutes, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 17 assists, 2 steals. Big stats. This is 8 from 15, 53.3 from the field. That is incredible. Then he shot 2 from 3 from the three-pointer line. He hit 2 from 2 from absolute on the free throw line. 2 offensive, 4 defensive. That is just, and 1 turnover from 1 foul. So that tells me a point guard shows what he can play. He shot the lights out at Spanx Arena. Hawks, all the best to the Nets. They take on. We now head back to Down Under in Sydney. They take on Melbourne United, one of the favourite system of teams in the NBL, and it's Sydney Kings, the KD. They are taking on National Dalberdo result team Melbourne United. And I have got to say, wow, this could have gone anywhere. Sydney, well, it was Melbourne United start well. Then Sydney came out. Then Melbourne doubled their score by 12 points. Then it was even in the 9-0 in the final quarter. In the third quarter, won the game on Wednesday night basketball in Sydney. And with Sydney, like they knew this was second loss at home. You can't lose much at home. They've got connections. And with KD, the star from Sydney Kings, the former sixer, came out, dominated. But how much do, a team like Sydney really wanted this win? They started in the game and they couldn't stop their shooting. But I think Melbourne knows how important they are. One of the icon teams once again. They are going to be the hardest team to take on this basketball season once again. And I've actually gave Melbourne to win this game, I believe. I think Sydney could win it, but Melbourne look very struck. They look ready. And my part of the game, just to make it short, Jesse Edwards from the Melbourne United, he is the centre, hitting 22 minutes, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks. That's all you have to do, 6 from 11 from the field. And that's 6 from 10. Well, he tried a 1 from downtown, but it was 10 from 13 from the field. That's how they won it. 5 offensive, 7 rebounds, and 5 fouls to knock him out of the game. But it still worked for my part of the game. Well done to Jesse Edwards from the Melbourne United. Now, even we know that Adelaide is one of the teams did play double, and they played at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. And this was not just entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, but this team believe in themselves to win games. This is incredible, and it's the first time in 25 years Adelaide 36 break a record to win 3 games straight. Can they make 4 games? We'll find out very soon, which will share who's that team. Adelaide, give Tasmania, they want this more, and they don't have big stars anymore. They introduce new stars for this icon team, and since they come into the competition, then Tasmania came early in the game. They want more of this game. Adelaide hold on that lead. Then it changed over. It changed to the LA 36's favour. They shoot 30 points to 22. Then Tasmania changed. They came in that third quarter. They wanted more, 30 to 25. Adelaide holding up hold, 11-point victory into a 9-point victory, I apologise, 98 to 89, 22 to 17, Adelaide's favour. The biggest click was both teams shot poor from the three-point line, pretty even in the 60 plus to under 70. Very good. Rebounds plus clear. Steals was huge. Even that was personal fouls as well. So it shows that rebounds are one of the strongest tastes for the LA 36ers. They got big units. They know how important Tasmania want this win over Adelaide. They're in good form. They're coming into this game. And this player, you can't go wrong. Almost to give this player an amazing performance, but I have to give it to Bryce Cotton. No, look, it's hard to even just choose a player, and I'm actually going to give it, instead of that, I'm going to give it to Zane Chatham from the LA 36ers power forward. 31 minutes 8 points, 9 rebounds, 3 steals. He hit, well, all nice and comfortable on the field. He almost shot a 3-pointer. Hit from, well, all defense, 8 from 1 from offensive was that. 4 from 4 from the free throw. That's some with fouls. He's still learning his craft. But the alley-oop from Isaac Humphries shows the talent he can dunk. Incredible. And can Adelaide go 4 from 4? We'll find out very soon, but I'm gonna have to end it for now. We'll see how the Sunday hoots go, but I just really am looking forward to what can be one of the best icons in the basketball history. Adelaide's breaking a 25-year record in Adelaide. But we do have more basketball because we're on the Thursday night basketball. So if I say that, we'll leave for now. We do continue on. So, and that's what we are. We're Friday night basketball in Cairns. Now, this could be my game of the round, and I am going to select a nomination. Now, this could change. I'm going to pick 3 nominations, and at the end of the round, stay tuned for that. So, Cairns versus Perth Wildcats, nomination of the round, game of the round. Could it be the winner? Cairns almost slipped the best upset on their home gym. Let's drive into it. They started well. I personally think this was a great call, and they did it. Then it was the second quarter, the third and the fourth, pretty much shot the second same amount of points. It was even all game. Could go on OT. But the best thing about Ted, they shot from the deep. They did it. They shot 45 plus from the field. Pretty good effort. They won in rebound, 2 plus. Perfect. They did it in assists, blocks, steals, pretty even. And evens and fouls. So that tells me when you take on a very good side, you are going to do so well. And offense will do that. Defensive, pretty even. I'm going to give more credit to Ken Taipans over Adelaide's loss on their gym. And boy, this could be one of the hardest to choose a player. Doesn't have to be a winning team, but more common it is a winning team to be the player of my game. It was basically Cairns dominating this game. They started well, Perth came hard, and they just hold on a milliliter victory, only 3 points. So, if anything else, who deserves a player of the game? It is a hard choice. Now, well done to Perth. They came and they really rocked this town. But it was the Perth Wildcats celebrating a 3-point victory as we go into Saturday night basketball. We have the Perth Wildcats, Dylan Wingler from the Perth Wildcats, a Mala nomination victory, my player of the game, 35 minutes, 26 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. That's it. 11 from 15 from 10, 12. They shoot 1 from 3. Big shooting from 3 from 5. So very nice accuracy. All 11 defensive rebounds with 1 turnover, 1 foul. So I really give sober effort to Dylan Wingler from the Perth Star. He's got great leadership. It's one of his best games on the road. You do that on the road, you'll win games. You will make big surprises. And since he's come into that opponent role for that team, he's come a very good star. And I wish it all the best. We now come, before we say we'll see you Sunday, we head to the Illawarra Hawks at Win Entertainment Centre in Wollongong. Then we go, they're taking on Brisbane Bullets, which I need help. Adelaide 36ers and the Sydney Canes, and I'll be deeply explaining. I did watch this game. I did not watch the Hawks and the Bullets. I watched the Sixers and the Canes. I will share why us. Let's get to the first game. Illawarra Hawks take on Brisbane Bullets. And what a game this was. Well done to the champs. They're back at home, and they got a big win. And the win is not just a win, it is a get that nerves out of now they've got their first win. Let's get that momentum rolling onto it. Now, really, it was all Illawarra, 34 points in the first half, both ends, so 68 points in a half. It's big. No other team has done that this season but them. Huge score. But Brisbane did come hard in that second. Then the third and fourth really went down. but they did one a quarter in the third. They got some momentum, but it wasn't enough. It's unfortunately, and Real Hawks is the second highest team over New Zealand Breakers, scoring 110 plus for a game and under 90 points against. So it tells and proves all that Hawks was shooting from downtown, one of the worst in a long time. They shot well inside. They did rebound hard, but not enough. They're still hard, which is really important, but it was just not their night. 3 from 22 is just not NBL level. That is not NBL. That's not national level, genuinely. Really poor, and I think Brisbane was tougher. They know better than that. 3 shots. That's 25 shots to the Hawks from downtown. That's 36. They made 11 shots. That is very painful. But I trust their free throws, I'll give them credit. I think they shot better, but it was 9 misses to 7 in favour of the Bullets. So we'll give them credit to that. We'll make this nice and short as we continue on. So well, there's some really good talent, but I can't go away from a player that earned his spot out there tonight, and his name is J.V. Lee McGee, the star for the Hawks. His game score was 22 minutes, 13 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 5 from 7 from the field, and 3 from 8 from free throws, so that's pretty good effort. He hit 12 rebounds, 9 defensive, 3 offensive, 3 turnovers, 3 fouls. So a fella that's coming to this league and dominate for the champs, it's just a bonus. One of the tallest. It's going to be one of the hardest players to take on in the NBL. So well done to the Hawks. Now, Saturday night basketball heads to Adelaide, returns there since Thursday night. They have 48 hours to recover and prepared for the Sydney Kings. They did not do that. They went to the same plan, same game plan. They did not change what will happen to their former star, came to Adelaide and took on Adelaide 36ers. I disagree. I don't like the booing, but he focused on his teammates and I respect that. But we have to move on. He's gone to a different team. That's any sport, okay? That's just my opinion. I think he played a fantastic game of basketball. He shot the night. He cried the crowd. That's what athletes do. That's what professionals, and he's going to be a star. He came runners-up over a star we're going to discuss in just a moment. 79 to 103, breaking record in Adelaide. 3.5 years Sydney lost to, plus, and not just plus, a 27 points that Adelaide have got defeated over Sydney, no matter what score it is. So Adelaide breaking record from winning and now getting heavy defeat against Sydney in Sydney. So Adelaide's got work to do. They go and take on the Phoenix. They're not going to be easy. They will Phoenix and will be playing on the Sunday hoops. So stay tuned for that and how I'm going to review that game in all respect. But how did Adelaide start? And I tell you, I didn't want to watch it. I did not want to watch this game, but that's being about sport. I did not turn the TV off. I did not turn it off. And it really irritated the passing. It was defense. Sydney's game plan worked. So something that how can Bryce Cotton get, really, his mind was not in the game. And I think that all due respect, I think Bryce just have to have that bad game. He's in the new environment, new city. He came out not his best mindset, and that happens. And we didn't have our star playing his best. When he plays best, he's hard. But this is what good teams do. They stop their best star from the other team, and LA just couldn't get their shots in. We rushed it. We were way under pressure, and we just couldn't win it. So congratulations to Sydney, and all the best for the remaining of the season with whenever the next reviews I share with you all. But Adelaide 36ers, just think about what you need to do, okay? All being with respect and positive vibes. You know, the Phoenix will come and will take on you. So we have to prepare ourselves. We know we are better. We will refresh. We'll get back to training, recover, and do your best in the next one. Train hard and train smart. That's all we can say. But we know we're better than that. This is a sold-out crowd. For 2 years remaining, with a minute and a bit to go to bring like some young people on court. No, we're not going to win this game. And I believe that the coach knew that we'll lose. We move on. We will get back on. We are going to be a very good team, but we don't want to make it too much obvious early in the season. We want to be the best, but we have to be smart to be the best. And we know how good we can. We will bounce back. We will regain. We got to trust each other. And I think for both teams, I really have to give a vote. But for generally, the captain, number 34, there was a few from Adelaide, I think. This is not part of the game. I'll just give out a few I think played really well. So D. Van Vangelic played his best basketball tonight. I think his role played really well. He was hungry. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. His shooting was a bit quiet tonight. He wasn't in his best, 4 from 11. It tells me that it was a very heated night, and we knew that. We knew that was going to happen. And yeah, it was a very disappointing night, but we'll get there. We'll get there, and we know how important it is. But the male player I think played really well for Adelaide is Finn Cameron. He dominated 15 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. He shot 5 from 9, 2 from 4, and 3 from 5 from three-pointer, 2 from 2 from the three-pointer line, and 8 rebounds defensively, 4 fouls. So he got a bit of taste from Kenan Davis, but we don't talk about that bit. But and a night at Humphreys, really a very quiet night. Could not hit that rebounds. We had Zane, Chess, Ham, another player, 8 rebounds, 8 points, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Best block I've seen in such a long time. 3 from 6, 2 from 2. He's very good at three-pointer. 2 offense and 2 rebound, 6 defensive from 2 offensive and, 2 fouls. So I'll leave him there, but a player that's really shows up, and it's a hard choice to be one of the best from the best. You can't play from best from the best. Now, normally I'll just give it to high leadership, but I'm going to really give it to Xavier Cooks from Sydney. He dominated. He stacks and really shot Sydney to get this win. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He is a star already from 5 and 7. He missed from 3-pointers, hit free throws from 1 from 14 at home, a loss, and then came to Adelaide, hit 2 from 2, is huge. 4 rebounds from defensive and offense, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls. So he was one of his best games in Adelaide in a long time. If he got 2 more points, that is a huge night for him. I apologise. If he got 2 more rebounds, a double-double for the Sydney Kings star and leadership. So congratulations to, and I wish I can give this man, his name is Kern Noah from the Sydney big fella, and he hit 30 minutes as well as Zane Cook. So see you in Sunday Hoot here on the BJ Show with you. Welcome to Double Sunday Hoots basketball. 2 games we have on our hands. We had New Zealand Breakers and South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix. What a absolute clinic to finish off Melbourne United versus Cairns Taipans. So we start off with in New Zealand at Sprint Arena. What round 4 basketball we have? We go into round 5 after this. Just a little bit brief. So South Eastern Melbourne, they came hard, 21-15, good start. New Zealand came out 31-13, a really good bounce back. Then in the third quarter, South Eastern Phoenix, they scored 28 in the third, 25 in the third, final quarter, 19 in the third for New Zealand and 16. So 6 points, 81-87, 6-point victory to the South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix big winners. They were in control most of the game. They did it. They earned it. They got respect. Well done on the big road win. And a really hard choice, really a hard choice in a lot of ways. And, I got a part of the game by far and beyond. That really, I think the coaches really put this fella in a massive way. He almost got fouled out. I'm not going to say too much. This is also maybe my thoughts of the game of nominee of the round. We'll share that very shortly, who I think is the game of the round by far and so far for round 4. So the good player of the game for this game, and I'll come up, it's Olin Foxwell, the point guard from their Melbourne Salvin Phoenix. 26 minutes of decent amount out of 40. We have 19 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. He shot 7 from 12. Pretty good effort. 3 from 6. He had 4 from 6 from 3-pointer and made 1 from 3 from the field. 1 offensive, 3 defensive, 1 turnover, 4 foul. So, a really good effort. Big road. You go to New Zealand. They are in good form, New Zealand. You got to be on your best form, and they did it perfectly. Shooting was no problem. We go into John Came Arena. We are back with the Melbourne United. They're back on home soil after the big win against Sydney Kings just Wednesday week ago for round 4. They also played second as well, and this was a really important game to play. Melbourne taking a 95-60 win, a big win. 27-15 first quarter, 21-10 in the second, 22-16 in the third. They played hard. They got better as the quarter scored, and 25-19 final quarter. So it's a 35 points. It's huge margin. Melbourne are one of the hardest to take on each other. Just the shooting range all over. They really, it's a bit disappointed. 20% on a 3-pointer attempts. 53, 57.1 can. So give them credit from 60 points, a bit disappointed. 10 plus rebounds in front of Melbourne. We have 5 plus assists, 8 plus steals, and Cam's one of the best blocks in the comp, 3 plus for them, 1 minus in personal fouls, and then we shoot from there, 16 from 28 from the field, and 4 from 27. They're the second worst over Brisbane from the 3-point attempt. So that really opens up for Melbourne to shoot the easiest threes, 6 from 30, which is not very, very good. But 28 from 52 to 16-28, which is very, very good in my opinion. 16 to 6 in offense, 28 beats in defense, but it was not that turnovers cost them the game. Ken type pens in a huge way. We'll end this now. We make it into a play of the game. You can't go wrong with this big unit, but who sets up the second best player for today, who dominated everywhere on this ground? He's absolute fly in this game. It's such a hard choice. You know, you can't go wrong with a big fella to win games, but you can't go wrong with a fella that loves having a crack as well. So I'm going to give it to, just giving a bit of a moment to read the stacks. So I'm going to give it to, this fella, Flynn Dalian from Melbourne, include 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. He shoots 3 from 9. It's a bit unusual. 3 from 6 is pretty healthy. No 3-pointers. That's 0 from 3. 2 free throws. 1 offense, 4 defensive. 1 turnovers. No fouls. So it tells me that he is my player of the game. And that's all we have for today. Stay tuned for 2 different kinds of quizzes to come. We got the bombing episode. Will be coming out after the holidays. We have so much to cover. We got the Wildcats. We're including the NBL 26 series, episode 4. We got the AFLW round 9 results, round 10 previews. We got the top 30 movies. We got top 10 music and songs and artists, and top 15 TV series. So stay tuned for all that. There's so much to cover, so much to come. And yeah, see you all very, very soon here on the BJ Show. We're out. We're signing out. Catch you all later. Peace out. Bye for now.